based on where he moves, or she, or it, you know, no judgment. So it's a pretty cool system. I mean, it's very useful. You just have to be careful about kind of the gotchas of the fact that you are now dynamically building nav mesh as opposed to baking it. What effect that's going to have on your gameplay, because if you want everything moving at once, you have to make sure that everything has a nav mesh invoker so that they can all move, because as soon as you take away the nav mesh, up all your AI no longer moves. So you want to be careful of that, but this is effectively how you do it. I'll run through that one more time just to make sure I explain it correctly. Going into project settings, the first thing you want to do, navigation mesh, scroll all the way down and set runtime generation to dynamic. In the navigation system, make sure that you set generate navigation only around navigation invokers. That's important. Supported agents, I can't actually remember what that is, so I'm not going to touch that. Okay, Glowbeard, it was great to have you, man. Now, if you go into whatever actor you want to be your navigation invoker, you can add a navigation invoker component, which is right in the Add Components tab. And there you can set how large of a tile generation radius and how large of a tile removal radius you want. So that'll give you effectively the how large it is. You can also set whether or not this component is going to affect navigation or whether you don't want it to. There you go. Hopefully that helps. AI is one of my other hurdles that I have to get to. Networking is the one I most recently started working on, which thank you again, Crier, for being so awesome. And now this is kind of one of my next hurdles along with C++ coding, because I'm going to start getting into coding and really delving deeper into making sure I understand how to program. I think that with my now Blueprint knowledge, it will help me to figure out code. At least I'm hoping. If not, then I'm just going to look like an ass. Okay, so let's see. That's kind of all I had planned today. Do we have any questions? Does anyone want to see anything in particular? Is there anything you're confused about? Is there anything I can help you with? Um, I know Ramfeo said he had something that he was wanting to typo. Let's see. Um, let's see. How can I release memory from textures in an array that is used in the construction script only and they don't serve purpose during runtime? Huh. How can I release memory from textures in an array that is used in the construction script only and they don't serve a purpose during runtime? So are you wanting to do something like you set the texture of an actor? Not necessarily the runtime texture, just a texture that you're going to use, maybe a temporary like splash of paint, temporary stuff, just so you can see it, kind of thing. If that was the case, okay, this might get a little weird. We're gonna get a little weird here. Let me also get rid of that. Don't need it anymore. Okay, so let's say we have two materials. We'll put them in an array. This material is going to be blue, or let's do green. Just bright ass green. I said green. Why are you not green? There we go. Selection during design time. Convert the parameter just in case we want to mess with it. Color. Only one will be used during runtime. Oh! Oh, that's easy. Okay. Okay. I gotcha. So, that's actually going to use what I like to use is material instance dynamic. So, here is what you do. create a material instance. This is our material instance, so as you can see, we can actually change the color, whatever. In this case, this one's going to be green. Or actually, I'm going to use a texture for this. And I'm going to convert that to a parameter. Boom. Requires a texture 2D. Okay, so, oh, I may have crashed it. Yes. Okay, so, got this. Okay, so that's where we start. We've got our material instance. Cool. Now let's say you have a blueprint actor that you want to affect with it. In this case, we're going to go with a sphere. Boom. Then, okay. The list of textures that the user can select and apply on the material instance are stored in an array of textures. That's what I'm getting to. Awesome. So, we're going to go with variable, or sorry, boom, construction script. First, damn you. There we go. First, material instance dynamic. Parent is the most recent one we made. New material instance. That's the one I just made, right? Yeah. Boom. Return value, promote to variable. Mat inst. Okay. Also, let's see. Oh, that's a very long name. I'm going to change that real quick. Just call it Mat. Very much easier to handle. Okay. So we've got Mat. Now, we're also going to make, boom. We also, so what I did here, if you select this little icon here and right click it, it'll turn it into an array. So now I have the array of material instances. We're going to go with a for loop. Let's say you want 4, right? So 3, boom, resize. Or we can say, let's promote this to a variable, the way I would do it probably, because I like to keep everything very much going. So in this case, I would do number of, I will get to your question in just a second, Psych. I'll definitely check into that. Let's see, number of indices, or number of textures. I'm going to set this to this, and then set this to this, -1. And the reason we -1 is because we start at 0, so we want to make sure. Okay, we resize this, boom. Now, set array element, target array, let's see, switch on int. So the int is going to be whatever our index is. 0, 1, 2, 3, default, remove execution bin. And the way this is going to work, so this is going to get a little janky. that. In all actuality, oh wait, no, I can't do that. Okay, so I'm gonna just move that for a minute. So set mat. No. Let's see. Set texture parameter value. Parameter is mat value. Let's say we wanted brick clay. Can I draw a pic of cats? Let's see. Draw it? Probably not. The hell was that? That was obnoxious. Not touching that again. I actually thought someone was at my door for a minute, so, yeah. Anyways. Then I read a variable, let's say select a texture, and I set the texture in the instance based on the user selection. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to get to. Because that's actually part of my camera thing that I'm wanting to do. Let's see, boop, boop. So we're just going to do 4 for now, because it's easy. Brick clay, let's say you want, oh, don't be sorry, man. Don't be sorry at all. The whole point of this entire stream is to try and help. So please never ever feel the need to apologize for saying anything. No problem. Okay, so and let's give this this. Boom, 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 boom. Get that. All right. And the index is going to be the same as here. Okay, so what I am doing right now, for now, it's just a simple switch on int. This may, maybe a little heavy, because I mean, if you're doing 100, then you're eventually gonna have to be like, just go through. I mean, it sucks, but hey, it is what it is. Anyways, so we set the material instance array to our 4 variables. Now, if you want to, depending on how you want to do it, this can go one of 2 ways. If you're wanting to do this during live run, you're going to do it differently than the way I'm about to show you, which is actually the simpler way if you're wanting to do it with whoever is using the program, if you're wanting to do it just in the construction script when you first create the object. Editable, expose on spawn. So, if we come in here and we go, let's say, where was it new blueprint 2? Yeah, so we got this. Boom. And I forgot to set the actual value of this to new material instance. Boom. Here we go. So we got this. Then if we come over here, let's see, each one is set to that. Sorry, I did part of this wrong.